Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67. And today I am going to work on another pocket idea for a junk journal that I am working on at the moment. This is a floral junk journal, and this one features some beautiful digital images from the textured flowers printable from Anton at BontikVintageDesigns. But when we were cleaning out my mum's house, I found a whole heap of greeting cards. Mum had boxes and boxes of greeting cards, and I snaffled quite a few of them, and I love these antique vintage style roses. But it's a bit too glossy. I don't want such a glossy finish on a pocket inside my journal. So I've taken one of the greeting cards and I've really distressed the surface, and then I think we're all aware of the video from Charlene Studio 21 where she shows us how to do paper netting. So I've distressed my card, and then I've done a few bits and pieces to it, and then I've cut some sections out and I've created a pocket within my journal. So they're a really nice idea. You can sort of glimpse through to the background. Lots of shabby sewing, lots of distress ink. And so I just thought we might make another one together today. So I've got my greeting card, and like I said, I just want to take away that glossy, shiny surface. So what I'm going to do is I've just got some fairly fine grade sandpaper, and just using sort of a medium pressure, not anything too hard, I'm just going to go over the greeting card surface and just take away some of that shininess. You don't need to press too hard. As you can see, it does take away the printed image as well. So I just want to sort of give it that really old sort of look, and then just take away some of that glossiness. So just spend a little bit of time just slowly going around, seeing what you like and what you don't, and just kind of keeping just that medium pressure. So really very simple. I'm just going to use microfiber cloth to get rid of some of that. Okay, so I could keep going. There is still gloss on there, but I don't want to distort too much of the image. I'm just going to go around the edges with my sandpaper, and I'm just going to rough those up a bit more. And how is everybody today? Oh, it's been a minute since I posted a video. Very busy week last week. A very unexpected funeral that we had to attend. So my sister and I went up to country areas, Lowood, and attended a family member's funeral, which was quite sad. But yeah, just lots and lots going on last week, so I didn't get the chance to do much in the way of videos at all. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. There is still a bit of gloss there, but I do like the way that the image is now quite distressed. I think that's lovely. Now, I have got the greeting card, so you could go one of two ways. You could leave the greeting card as one, and then you could sort of line this section with a patterned paper and then close it up, and then you would see in behind that. Or, as I've done with the one in the book, you could cut it down the middle. But this one I think I might leave as an actual greeting card, but that's okay. We'll get to that later. Alright, so now I just want to add a little bit of interest to my background. So I'm just going to do some stamping, and I'm also going to do some watercolour pencil and just make some marks. So first of all, I'm just going to use this number stamp from Darkroom Door, number Melody. And I'm just going to ink this one up. And I'm just going to stamp it off in places. Just partial stamping. Just to put a bit of interest into that background. Nothing real clever. And we'll just put a little bit there. So just that sort of thing, just a bit of marking. And I'm also going to take some Tim Holtz and I'm going to stamp just a couple of images from my collection on this one as well. So I've got the received postmark stamp, that one there, and I'm just going to use the same colour ink for this one and just sort of just stamp off in sections. Just like that sort of thing, not thinking too much. And then I'm also just going to take a set of numbers. I think I like this number set here. And again, I'm just going to, again, scatter that throughout. But I'm going to change up my ink colour. And I'm going to use this Candied Apple just to sort of tie in the red of the flowers. So we'll just put it, scatter it around in different places. Just like that sort of thing. So I'm happy with my background there. And now I want to, I'll put the stamps away. And now I just want to sort of do just some fun with some watercolor pencils. And I'm using Tim Holtz, and I'm going to just use a darker brown. This one is Ground Espresso. And I'm just going to draw some circles. I've got a thing for circles at the moment. I don't know why. So I'm just going to go around my card, and it doesn't come up as well on those shinier surfaces, but it comes up great where those where the sandpaper's taken the gloss away. But still, we'll make do with what we can, with what we have. And I'm not sort of no rhyme or reason, I'm just going around, and at the end of the day it's just going to add a little bit of something to the background. I might just do a little one there. I might just do another one up here. And then I'm just going to go over those with my water brush, just to blend that watercolor pencil out a bit. And you could add more if you wanted. You could change it up. We could do, what have we got? Tea dye. Tea dye would look really pretty too. So I'll just to change up our colour. Just that sort of thing. And you just can keep going until you're content with your background. Just like that. All right, so once you've finished with your background, once you're really happy with it, then I would ink around my edges, and I'd probably even rough up those edges a little bit more. I won't do it right at the moment because that's still wet. So I have worked ahead of time, and I have created another one here. So I'd wait for that to dry, so I'll put that away. And I have created another one here. This one I have taken the card away. So I've done exactly the same as I've just done. I sanded it back. I stamped with my stamp. I did some watercolor markings on there. And then following along with Charlene, with the paper netting, I then took that piece to my sewing machine and I've really messy machine stitched around the edges. I have distressed a lot of the edges. I've torn it and folded it back in places, inked around it. And then I've just done sort of up and down with my sewing machine backwards and forwards to create squares throughout the image. So this is what Charlene refers to as paper netting. Now on Charlene's videos and other, I've got one here that I did a practice on. This is such a cool technique. I have ripped, or Charlene suggests, just to give it that really sort of vintagey old look, that you actually rip out your sections, but I don't find that works very well with the thickness of the greeting card. So I'm just going to cheat a little bit and I'm just going to cut out my sections. So I don't want to sort of destroy too much of the image, but I'm going to pick sections that will still sort of work. So I think I'm going to start down here and I'm going to cut out my squares, and I just want to make sure I do keep it within the sewn edges. I don't want to cut through my sewing. So if you're going to use your knife, just be real careful. And I'm just sort of going to just take away areas that I think won't detract too much from the actual image. Now you can go as much or as little as you like in this step. And I'm going to work over here, and I'm going to take out this one here. And I might work up and take out this one. And these are even great to keep. So you'll get an unexpected something that you can use for dangles, charms, or whatever else. So I just want to make sure, I want to take away maybe one of these leaves. So we might come down, we might take this one away here. That sort of thing. And I'm not keeping to a pattern, but I'm just sort of, yeah, just taking basically what I need so that I get the effect without taking too much. So I might take this one out here. Excuse me. And I might take this one here. And then I kind of want to take something from here. So I don't know if I want to take that one. Or this one. I might take this one away. Like that. And you could keep going more and more and more, but I sort of want to keep the integrity of the image, and I love these leaves, so I'm going to leave mine just like that. And then I'm going to come in again with some more ink just to ink inside those cutout pieces, and I'll just give the outside another ink just to really grunge that up. Just roughly, doesn't have to be a masterpiece. And there you have it. And that is as simple as that paper netting is what Charlene calls it. So now we'll find a spot to put it. So that was my original one. And then that's the one we just completed. And then that's another one that I've got ready to go for another pocket. So I don't know, we'll just pick a page. Pick a page. Some beautiful images in this journal from this printable, the textured flowers. So pretty. Again, as I'm working within this journal, so I'll show you flip throughs as we fill it. I'm just trying to find something that will kind of, yeah, see, I don't mind that. And then we've got, although, have I got one that's roses? I don't want white. Oh, just pick a page, Lynn, pick a page. Oh no, that must be like that. Let's go back to here. I like it on this one. So what I'm going to do to keep it a pocket, I'm just going to glue it down on 3 sides. But before I do that, I've just got some paper dolls and some cut apart pieces that I just thought I might decorate it with. I've just got to pick which one I want. I think she's very sweet, but I like these little people as well. Do I want them? I've just picked out a bit of a variety. She's quite lovely too. Sitting, oh, she's sweet. We might do her, I think, and she's just sort of like sitting there amongst the cut out pieces. And then I've just got some of the collage strips from Tim Holtz, and I love this saying, happy dreams come true. So I might cut that one out. Just really simple embellishing, and we can kind of put that down below like that. And I don't even think I want to put anything in behind her because I don't want to detract from the cutout, but I might just use a little bit of cheesecloth maybe just to put my sentiment down on. Something sort of very simple, just like that, I'm thinking. So I will just ink up these. And ink her up, and we might even colour up her dress a little bit, maybe with a bit of watercolour. So I'll just move that to the side, and I'm just going to I might grab the pink one. This is Saltwater Taffy, and I'm just going to just colour in a bit around it, just to give it some something. And then we'll just hit that with the watercolour pencil and just blend that colour out a bit. Just like that. And it just takes away from that stark white of the paper doll. Alright, so I'll bring this back in. And I'm going to stick my pocket into place. If my glue will work. So I'm just going to go down the 3 sides, the 2 long sides and the bottom. And I'll pop this into place. I'll level that up where I think. And we shall pop, I don't know, do I want the cheesecloth? I think the cheesecloth just adds something. So I'll put some glue there, our cheesecloth over the top of that. And I'll pop the sentiment down on the top of the cheesecloth. About there. And she's still a little bit wet, so I don't want to touch her too much, but we will just kind of pop her about there, I think. I think that's pretty, so I'll just put a bit of glue. I don't think we need much glue at her head, because I think that goes in that bit there. So we will just place her down about there. Like I said, I don't want to touch her too much because she's still a bit wet. And we'll just secure her in place like that. And that is as simple as that gets. So if you're like me and you've got a whole heap of greeting cards, it's just a one way to, recycle them. I will link Charlene's video in the description box because it's beautiful, the work that Charlene does. But yeah, I like that. I just think it just adds something a little bit different, and then you can just kind of make your tag or whatever to slip in behind, and then you get a visual of what's in the pocket as well. So there you go, guys. A really nice and easy, simple idea for recycling greeting cards and using this paper netting technique. So yeah, fun. This is such a fun project. I just love it. All right, everyone, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I will try, I've got a whole week planned of videos, so we'll see how we go, but hopefully I won't have any unexpected family funerals this week. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining me. Please stay safe and well, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.